Madam is an alumni of the by sparing your valuable time in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you very much, Madam, for your presence here.
MD KIMS Group of Hospitals, Dr. V. Chaudhary, Organizing Chairperson, Dr. Jwala Shrikala, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Bhagyam Raghavan, General Secretary, Breast Imaging Society, faculty, to welcome Dr. Tamil Sai Soundarajan, who apart from being an Honorable Governor of Telangana State, is also a well-known gynecologist and orator par excellence. Thank you, ma'am, for taking out time from your busy schedule and inaugurating. I'd like to see the decreasing trend in the number of cervical cancers. However, unfortunately, there's an increase in the trend in breast cancer. There's also a slight shift in the age incidence, with more younger women being diagnosed. Dr. Tabar, who is a legendary figure in breast imaging, he is a visionary researcher and educator who has contributed significantly in worldwide fight against breast cancer. I again welcome everyone once again. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request our General Secretary of BISI, Dr. Bhagyam, to give us a short annual report.
You have the slides. Yeah, it's really an honor to see such a full hall and to welcome the dignitaries on the stage and off the stage. And it's really lovely to see so many flowers. Okay, and I would like next slide, please. I would like to really honor Dr. Tamil Sai Soundarajan, and it is so nice because I've followed her career. We both used to work in the same hospital, and now wow, to see somebody as a governor, it's really a great thing, and it really shows women power in that sense. Okay, next slide. It is great to see Tabar. Professor Tabar is like, there are some books you'll never forget. And when you look at this book, Early Detection, the Art and Science of Mammography, that says it all. And how he has moved on from mere morphology to functional imaging. And that is really, we feel honored, sir, to have you here as part of BISI. Next slide. And I would like to welcome Dr. Pediconi, who is actually Frederica, who has come for us as part of USOBI, and we have a long association with USOBI, besides Mindy Gill from Malaysia and all the other overseas faculty, Dr. Raghuram and Dr. Bhaskar Rao from KIMS, Dr. V. Raya Chaudhary, and the inimitable Jwala, who has done such a wonderful job. Now, any society has a vision, and this is the objectives of BISI, which we have stated in our Memorandum of Societies. Next slide. And as I want to tell and if you see, we are now a vibrant family of 368 or 370 with a focused special interest in breast imaging and interventions, and we are interested in promoting the health of breast in women and in men. And now we'll do it for men in prostate also after the last talk. So we have to educate. So we educate medical professionals on imaging, interventions, and also technologists. So as a result of this, we have had our past president, Professor Brigadier Chandra Mohan, to have a 1-year DIP NB postgraduate course, which has happened over the last year, that makes more people look at breast imaging as a subspecialty which is vibrant and vital. And then 2013 we had the first 7 midterms, and what is nice is we have conducted more than 30 outreach programs along with our national IRIA, by which this message has reached as far as small cities like, Dhuli, which I had never known there was a town like that, Kadalur, so many places. And we also train radiographers in every one of our conferences. And so this is very important, and I want to thank every member of BUSY who has contributed to this. Then it is also important that the society set up guidelines, what is best, particularly in an uncharted land like India. And mere copying of the Western ideals will not suit us. So I want to thank Dr. Suma from our team to have made those guidelines very, very important so that it can be passed on. Next, then we also function as a think tank and provide expert advice to physicians, scientists, industries, and healthcare. And this last year we have linked up. I have talked personally to so many insurance companies, and some of them have now agreed to even include true-cut biopsy and VAB as part of the pre-diagnostic workup. Earlier, if you just did a biopsy, if it was diagnosed as cancer, then they would reimburse. Now we have tried to fight and say that it is like angiogram. If you are reimbursing angiogram, you have to reimburse breast biopsies, and that is so vital in our culture, and we are trying to do it in Ayushman and other things, and I'm sure Dr. Tamilisai will help us in this noble endeavor. And then to publish journals, newsletters, and to propagate breast cancer. And to this, I'm very happy that we have started with our first newsletter. We are very eco-friendly. It is an online e-journal which will be written every quarterly. And we have interesting things like Patients Speak. And we also have a puzzle page so that you can use it in your breast chambers or in your clinics so that patients are happy. And there is also an academic activity where we have linked all the articles published by our own faculty in one single area. So it's a collated area, and they're all PDFs of the same. And it's something that we hope that there will be more vibrancy and knowledge will be disseminated. And then it is also, the other thing we have said is to encourage and promote welfare of patients with breast cancer and other diseases affecting breast. This also includes providing free medical service and advice to patients for breast imaging and interventions. Knowledge spreading we have done a lot with the help of the trade and also by our own altruistic wishes. But we want to do more. There is who can recognize us so that we carry on, because ours is truly a pan-Indian society. So with this, I would like to say my report card is done. I hope we have passed.
Lifetime Achievement Award of BUSY to Dr. Laszlo by the Honorable Governor, President and Secretary of BUSY. I request Dr. Raghuram Garu, Dr. Chandra Mohan, and Dr. Khandelwal sir to please start in the place.
The citation that the BUSY is presenting to Dr. Laszlo Tabar. The Breast Imaging Society of India is honoured to bestow the Lifetime Achievement Award upon Dr. Laszlo Tabar for his unparalleled contribution to the field of breast imaging. A radiologist, an educator, and an epidemiologist, Dr. Tabar has many facets to his personality. His meticulous research and seminal papers on mammography have helped understand the rationale behind breast cancer screening. They have been instrumental in setting standards for breast cancer screening protocols in many countries. As a radiologist with an in-depth knowledge of anatomy and pathology, he has enhanced our understanding of the imaging features of various types of breast cancer and their prognostication, thereby aiding in formulating treatment protocols. A teacher par excellence, he advocates integration of various medical specialties and a holistic approach to breast diseases. Known for his mesmerizing lectures using modern educational tools, his various educational programs conducted throughout the globe have trained many radiologists and pathologists alike. The most amazing aspect of his lectures is his ability to equate radiological findings with objects of nature, leaving an everlasting imprint and understanding in our minds. While conveying personal convictions and concepts about the subject, he always gave importance to evidence-based medicine. Linking science to public policies, he has been instrumental in saving the lives of many women across the globe. The Breast Imaging Society of India, BISI, salutes Dr. Laszlo Tabar, a dedicated physician, a team worker, and a great human being for his outstanding contribution to the promotion and advances in breast imaging.
Myself and now you are fighting against a miserable disease, and it's a very noble cause. And the unfortunate thing is that this disease directly influences half of the population on Earth and the other half indirectly. So whatever we do is really for the benefit of both this and the upcoming generation. I'd like to congratulate you that you took upon this enormously difficult task in this vast country with all the differences you have. Where I come from, it's a relatively homogeneous population and highly educated and uniformly highly educated. We are doing the job much easier, and that's why I'm here. I try to share my 40-50-year experience with you to fight against this disease. Thank you very much for this honor.
It was as heartfelt as our citation to you. I now request our Honorable Governor, Mrs. Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan Garu, to address us.
Very good morning, everybody. Good evening, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. And first of all, I congratulate Dr. Professor Taba for the lifetime achievement, and with all, I share my happiness in congratulating him, and my respects to Dr. Bhagyam Raghavan, General Secretary. As she said, I know her for quite a long time and we practice in the same hospital. And my respects to Meenakshi Thakur, and my respects to Dr. Veeraya Chaudhary, and my respects to Dr. Jwala Srikala, Organizing Secretary, and who came to invite me, and my fellow doctors, press, security personnel, my best wishes to one and all. I don't know how to express my happiness, whether to here express as a gardener or a sonologist or a gynecologist or a fellow person, a fellow doctor. And really I am very happy. Then this imaging, as I also associated with sonology. Before I became a gynecologist, I had my training on sonology from Hospital for Sick Kids at Canada. So I was much interested in fetal therapy. Before practicing ultrasound, I was a house surgeon in a peripheral medical hospital. As I joined as a medical student in Madras Medical College, I got married when I was doing my first year. My husband was a second year student of nephrology. Don't think that I am first year medicine student and my husband second year nephrology student. So it's purely an arranged marriage. So we both got transferred to Tanjavur Medical College. Then really felt the difficulty of diagnosing certain things, particularly a peripheral women, when they find a lump in the breast. We have not diagnosed even a single case in the initial stages at all. That's the most pathetic situation. Then making the patient to understand about the disease and making her to attend the diagnostic procedures was the most difficult situation we have faced. Particularly in initial days, we had only the basic ultrasound machine. As a person interested in ultrasound, the only probe which we had not associated with small part probes, so we used to fill the gloves with water and put it on the breast and put our probe over that and try to diagnose. So the patient won't appreciate our diagnosis. She will be only looking on the gloves with water. Once when we were trying like that, we found a early stage cancer breast by visualizing through the water bath of that gloves. When we were doing the ultrasound, the gloves punctured and water spilled over her. She didn't appreciate the diagnosis of breast cancer. She was going on complaining, they spilled water over me, what is this? She was fighting. So these are the initial difficulties which we had in the imaging science. Really it was a very difficult job. And apart from that, creating awareness among women, not only I am talking about peripheral women, village women, but I can actually highlight one incident. When we were postgraduates of gynecology at Ramchandra Medical College, once there was an exhibition for women, a grand exhibition. It was sari and jewels and everything, all the stalls were, all the, what all associated with women were exhibited there. Then our professor, Madam Savitri Subramaniam, told, this is an exhibition which is conducted once in a decade.
So it's a grand exhibition. It will pull the crowd of large number of women. So you as postgraduates rent a stall so that you can give awareness for cervical cancer, breast cancer, imaging studies and deep planning. As postgraduates, see, we sat long nights and drew some charts and then we displaced everything. This side was a saree shop, this side was a jewelry shop. We were all eagerly waiting, putting our coats and stethoscopes. Ladies will come there so that we can highlight about the breast cancer. We can
highlight about cervical cancer. These ladies will come. First of all, they will say, take the sari, they will put on the shoulder, they will see in the mirror like this. So we will be eagerly waiting. So next they will come to us. We have to explain everything. We have to explain about the early diagnosis of breast cancer. Everything we will be waiting. Fastly they will move us and then they will enter the jewelry shop. So we felt very angry. It was going on notice. Each and every time they were doing that, then nobody was peeping inside our stall. Then we got angry. Then we all postgraduate students stood outside. See women, you can wear the sari, you can wear the jewels only if you are healthy. So you please come to our stall, then you go to any stall. So we were actually made a strike there and then we pulled the women so that they came to our stall, and this is a very alarming situation. Even in that, we diagnosed 6 early breast lumps and 6 or 7 early cervical cancer we diagnosed. So why I am telling this awareness, until otherwise they are suffering and it's related with pain, or it is related with a big lump or excretion of or some of the nipple involvement, whatever maybe, they don't get involved in the treatment at all. And apart from that, we have to think about our social setup also. When the women, they think they are sacrificing for the family, and they don't take care of their health at all. If husband has a headache, they will take him to the neurologist. If the child is getting stomach pain, they will take him to the gastroenterologist. But she thinks if she has any symptoms, she will go to the kitchen and she will swallow some asafoetida or something, and she will keep quiet. So she thinks she has sacrificed for herself for the family. The first budget cut off usually will be the health budget of a woman in the family. So that setup is there. So it is not very easy to get the women to the diagnostic centers, to the hospitals, and get it diagnosed at the early stage. It is not an easy job, particularly in setup like India. Apart from the cities, in the peripheral areas, it's really the most difficult job. So I really appreciate conferences like this. So when I see the topics, I really fascinated by the topics, as if I can sit 2 days with you so that I can learn more. The thought in me, it kindled me my thought that so many good topics on imaging. But apart from a doctor, because I am a gardener, so I cannot sit for 2 days. Even though today attending the program, it was I had a very tight schedule, because tomorrow early morning I am leaving to Chennai for a very important program. When the organizers of this program came and asked me about attending this program, really I squeezed my time. So it is my duty to come here as a sonologist, as a gynecologist, to attend, and so that I can see all my friends and a little motivation. I am really very happy, because when I come to such conferences only, I am reminded that I am a doctor. I was involved in imaging science at once. So I like imaging science to such an extent. Actually, my father was a politician, so I became a politician. So everybody used to ask whether you listen to your father. I told I didn't listen to my father. So only I was successful, because my father is from a different political party. I joined a different political party. So, so it's in a lighter sense. I say, don't listen to your father. If you would have listened to your father, you would have been so successful. But because my father is a politician, I became a politician. My love to imaging studies, so I left the job. So what could I do? Service to this imaging science. So I made my daughter as a radiologist. So that's the legacy which is followed. Whatever maybe, I am very happy to be here. So scientifically nothing to talk, because you are so well versed with your topics, and as I saw the topics of the seminar, such an interesting topics. So anyhow, I wish you all the best, and I wish you are all going to involved in the early diagnosis and help the society of the women in much better way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Most practical points, women-oriented points from our household. Thank you, ma'am. As a small token of appreciation, I request Dr. Meenakshi, Dr. Bhagyam to felicitate our guest.
Hyderabad. It was Dr. Raghuram's dream, and Dr. Bhaskarrao made it into the first freestanding purpose-built unit in South India, and that's the reason I'm here. I thank Dr. Laszlo Tabar, the star of this event, to have readily agreed to be faculty and run the multimodality breast imaging course in this conference. He has generously shared the treasure house of his path-breaking work with delegates. I consider him the Bhishma Pitamaha of breast imaging in the world, the wisest and the most learned. Thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart. I thank the President and Secretary and Office Bearers of BISI for supporting us in this endeavor. I thank Dr. Federica from Rome, Italy, the USOB representative, to have extended her hand for collaboration with BISI. I thank Dr. Sujata Ghate from Duke University, USA, Dr. Maninder Palkor from Malaysia, and Dr. Ramesh from Singapore for coming down all the way and sharing their rich experience. I thank the faculty for having willingly agreed to be a part of BISICon 2019 and enlightening us. I thank all the delegates who have come from far and wide, as far as Nepal and Sri Lanka in the south, and the nook and corner of India, without whom the conference would not have been a success. నా పేరు డాక్టర్ జ్వాలా శ్రీకళ. నేను బిసికాన్ 2019 ఆర్గనైజింగ్ సెక్రటరీని. ఇది బ్రెస్ట్ ఇమేజింగ్ సొసైటీ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా 7వ వార్షికోత్సవము. బ్రెస్ట్ ఇమేజింగ్ అనగా రొమ్ము క్యాన్సర్ని త్వరగా మనం ఎలా కనిపెట్టగలం అనే ట్రైనింగ్ ఇది రేడియాలజిస్ట్ చేస్తారు. రేడియాలజిస్ట్ ఎవరైతే బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ స్క్రీనింగ్ మెమోగ్రఫీ రీడింగ్లో నిపుణులు అయి ఉంటారో వారు ఇది చేయగలరు. సో ఈ 3 రోజుల సదస్సులో మేము బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ని ఎంత త్వరగా కనిపెట్టగలమో ఆ పరికరాలని ఆ పద్ధతులని చాలా నేర్పించడము, దాని పట్ల మనం టెక్నాలజీని ఎలా వాడుకోగలమో దాని గురించి డిస్కస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాము. దేశంలో మారుమూలల నుంచి 300కు పైగా రేడియాలజిస్టులు ఈ సదస్సులో పాల్గొంటున్నారు. అండ్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ కింద మాకు డాక్టర్ లాజ్లో తబార్ అని వరల్డ్ రినౌండ్ రేడియాలజిస్ట్, ఎస్పెషలీ బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ ఎర్లీ డిటెక్షన్లో ఆయన చేసిన పని వల్లనే వరల్డ్లో బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ స్క్రీనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అన్నవి స్టార్ట్ అయినాయి. అమెరికాలో కానీ ఇంగ్లాండ్లో కానీ ఇవాళ రోజున బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ స్క్రీనింగ్ జరుగుతున్నది, మామోగ్రఫీ స్క్రీనింగ్ అంటే ఆయన చేసిన పరిశోధనల వల్లనే. ఆయన వచ్చి ఒక రోజు అంతా ఆయన రీసెర్చ్ వర్క్ మాకు షేర్ చేసుకుని టాక్స్ ఇస్తున్నారు. అది కాకుండా యూనివర్సిటీ ఆఫ్ ఇటలీ రోమ్ నుంచి డాక్టర్ ఫ్రెడరికా పడుకొనే వస్తున్నారు. ఆవిడ కూడా బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ నిపుణురాలు, అక్కడి ప్రొఫెసర్. తర్వాత మలేషియా నుంచి డాక్టర్ మిండీ గిల్ అని, సింగపూర్ నుంచి డాక్టర్ రమేష్, మరియు నార్త్ క్యారోలినా నుంచి డ్యూక్స్ యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి డాక్టర్ సుజాత ఘాటే. దీస్ ఆర్ ది ఇంటర్నేషనల్ ఫ్యాకల్టీ. అదే కాకుండా మన దేశంలో ఉన్న ప్రముఖ బ్రెస్ట్ రేడియాలజిస్ట్ అందరూ కూడా ఇందులో పాల్గొని వీలైనంత మటుకు ఈ డెలిగేట్స్కి వాళ్ళ నాలెడ్జ్ని షేర్ చేసుకుని ఈ బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ మీద అవగాహన కల్పించడం మరియు మన రేడియాలజిస్ట్కి దాని పట్ల కావాల్సిన నైపుణ్యాన్ని పెంచడం కోసం ఈ సదస్సు జరుగుతున్నది. ఇది 3 రోజులు, 15, 16, 17 ఈ నెలలో. అండ్ ఈ 300 పైన రేడియాలజిస్టులు వచ్చారు. ఇవాళ పొద్దున మేము వర్క్షాప్ చేశాము. ఏది అంటే మామోగ్రఫీలో ఎలా మనం తొందరగా చిన్న క్యాన్సర్స్ని ఎలా కనిపెట్టడం, దాని మీద ఒక 20-30 కేసులు మేము నేర్పించి, ప్లస్ అలాంటి క్యాన్సర్ కనిపెట్టాక దాని బయోప్సీ ఎట్లా చేయాలి, దానికి ఎంఆర్ఐ వస్తే ఎంఆర్ఐని ఎలా రీచ్ చేయాలి, దాని మీద మేము హ్యాండ్స్ ఆన్ వర్క్షాప్ కండక్ట్ చేసాం. 120కు పైగా రేడియాలజిస్ట్ ఆ వర్క్షాప్ కూడా అటెండ్ అయ్యారు. సో ఈ 3 రోజుల సదస్సు తర్వాత ఈ 300 రేడియాలజిస్టులు ఎవరైతే పాల్గొన్నారో వారు బయటకు వెళ్ళి మన ఆడవారు ఎవరైతే బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ స్క్రీనింగ్ అనగా మామోగ్రఫీ చేయించుకుంటారో వారిలో ఏదైనా ఎర్లీ డిసీజ్ ఉంటే అది కనిపెట్టి బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ వల్ల ఏ మహిళ చనిపోకూడదు అనేది మా ధ్యేయం. అంటే మేము అడిగాము, అంటే ఇప్పుడు మేము ఇన్సూరెన్స్లో బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ బయోప్సీ, ఇప్పుడు బ్రెస్ట్లో లంప్ ఉన్నది, బయోప్సీ చేస్తే అది క్యాన్సర్ అని వస్తేనే దానికి రీయింబర్స్మెంట్ ఉంటుంది, క్యాన్సర్ కాకపోతే రీయింబర్స్మెంట్ ఉండట్లేదు. కానీ అది క్యాన్సరో కాదో అన్నది బయోప్సీ చేశాకే తెలుస్తుంది. సో వీఆర్ ట్రైంగ్ టు సీ అంటే ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ద్వారా వాళ్ళకి ఏమైనా రీయింబర్స్మెంట్ పద్ధతులు కానీ బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ స్క్రీనింగ్లో రీయింబర్స్మెంట్ పద్ధతుల్లో ఏదైనా ఆవిడ హెల్ప్ చేయగలరేమో అని మేము ఆవిడని అడుగుతున్నాము. ఎందుకంటే ఆవిడ కూడా ఒక వైద్యురాలు, ఆవిడ కూడా ఈ బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ ఎర్లీగా డిటెక్ట్ చేస్తే ఎంత చక్కగా ఆ మహిళ జీవితాంతం ఏమీ ప్రాబ్లం లేకుండా
వేరే ఏదో వయసు మీరిపోయే పోతారు, కానీ బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ వల్ల మటుకు వాళ్ళు పోయే అవకాశం చాలా తక్కువ. అది వారికి అర్థమైంది. ఆవిడ కూడా మాకు ఇందులో హెల్ప్ చేయడానికి ఒప్పుకున్నారు. అంటే మేము యాజ్ ఈ ప్రోగ్రాంలో మేము రేపు పొద్దున్న ట్యాంక్మండ్లో బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ పింక్ రిబ్బన్ క్యాంపెయిన్ అని చెప్పి మేము డెలిగేట్స్ అందరము వీఆర్ ఆర్గనైజింగ్ అ పింక్ రిబ్బన్ వాక్. సో టు స్ప్రెడ్ ది అవేర్నెస్ దట్ ఎర్లీ డిటెక్షన్ సేవ్స్ లైఫ్స్. తొందరగా కనుక్కుంటే ఏ మహిళ కూడా బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ వల్ల చనిపోరు. అది మేము చాటి చెప్పాలని అనుకుంటున్నాం. 40 ఏళ్ల వయసు దాటిన ఏ మహిళ అయినా సరే ప్రతి సంవత్సరం లేదా 2 సంవత్సరాల్లో ఒక్కసారైనా వెళ్ళి మామోగ్రఫీ చేయించుకునే తీరాలి. దానివల్ల మనం బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్ని తొందరగా కనిపెట్టగలుగుతాం. దానివల్ల వీ కెన్ సేవ్ అ లాట్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్స్.